Hey everybody, it's Girl Talk Live. I am your host, Danny Flynn, and I have a special guest that will be joining us today. I'm going to invite her to join as soon as I can figure it out. And here's what I would like to say. Anybody that understands Instagram, if you could send the people a note and just let us know, like people who are over 40, we need a notification about changes to things like when you go live, practice mode versus public mode. Like we need to know, because when you're over 40, it takes a little longer to adjust. I'm sorry, it does. All right, today's episode, I'm so excited to have with me my friend, my business partner, Miss Cecilea Roseboro. Nope. Did I say the last name wrong? Is that
Nope,
correct?
you got it. You
Yay.
got it. You got it.
Yay. Thank you for joining me today. We didn't usually I like to kind of share in advance who I'm having and what we're going to talk about, but I didn't do that this week. I was getting my hair did. Also why I'm late, because then I wanted to tell you guys all about my hair. And so, whatever, Cece or Cecily is with us today. I'm so excited to have her. Tell the people where you are calling from.
Well, thank you for having me, first of all. And I am in the Tampa Bay area in Florida.
Very good.
So
What's the
a
weather?
few states away.
Yeah,
It's beautiful. This is the weather here right now is why we live in Florida, because it's like mid 70s. It's still beach going weather. It's absolutely beautiful.
How close are you to the beach?
About 30 minutes.
Oh, I love it. It's my dream life to be just a few minutes away from the beach. Okay, so I want to talk. So the reason why I wanted to invite you here today is because you taught one of our continuing education courses. So for those of you who don't know, when you become an oily person like us, an oil head as I like to call us, and you get a membership with doTERRA on our team, we invite you into an 8-week series of continuous education. And every Monday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we teach a different topic. We dive into oils you probably already have, but maybe don't know how to use. And we introduce you to new products that make your life better, like a lot better, right? And so Cecily taught one of our classes, and that's the first time I actually heard her oily story. And I was like, oh, you have to tell all the people the things, because it was good. So I'm going to ask you a few questions. I won't keep you too long today. I know you got other things going on, but tell us, like, what was it that led you to doTERRA, led you to even say yes to a sample?
Yeah, for sure. So I've actually been on a wellness journey for over a decade. I've tried all the different things, right? I've gone to holistic doctors, traditional Eastern and Western medicine, all of the different things. And I haven't been able to find relief. So for those that do not know, I'm a cancer survivor, right? And
I didn't know that.
One of the things that people don't talk about is what happens to your body after cancer, right? After the treatments, because your body's wrecked from the chemo and the radiation and different things. And it took a very long time for me to find some kind of balance. So after all of the chemo and radiation, I was actually left with several different autoimmune diseases, right? Because the chemo and radiation just wreck that. And so just trying to manage life after, right? I have fibromyalgia, I have psoriasis and psoriatic arthritis. And so my body is just kind of like it's fighting itself now. And so I needed to find something that would help support getting things back in line, back into alignment, helping my body get back into that homeostasis that it's craving. And so one of my dear friends said, hey, you know what? I know that you're into all these health things. I've just been recently introduced to therapeutic grade essential oils, which, by the way, I had been using essential oils aromatically for a decade, but didn't realize really the difference between what you can find at the, the health food store versus,
Mm-hmm.
the ones
Mm-hmm.
that we get from doTERRA. So I was like, okay, I'll try it. What could hurt? And one of the things that, as I've gotten older, and I don't know if it's a menopause thing or what, is anxiety, severe anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
So my dear friend sent me a sample of balance and serenity and was like, do this every day and see what happens. And that was it. That was all she
Mm-hmm.
wrote. I'm pretty sure it's what kept my family somewhat together through all of the COVID and everything, because now
Mm-hmm.
everybody gets balance, right? Everybody,
Yes.
give me your big toes and let me hit you up with some balance. So that's kind of what started my journey with doTERRA. And then I started trying different things and trying different products, and realized the power of essential oils. I know that we say that in our classes, but until you've really experienced that, you have no idea
Mm-hmm.
how life-changing it can be, and how many other lives I've seen changed because of essential oils too.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so for me personally, I was able to manage my chronic pain. I was able to get on a protocol that allowed me to manage my inflammation,
Mm-hmm.
and manage my anxiety. So I was on 8 different medications, prescription medications, and I am on 0 now. Um, right? Yes.
Yay! That's what we like to
Um,
hear.
but, and when the other thing that I kind of want to clarify too is that I was on these medications, but I was just existing. I wasn't
Mm-hmm.
living a full, happy life. Like, I was taking these medications, but I was still in pain, right? I was just taking these medications to get out of bed, not to live a full life.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
The things that I was taking for anxiety made me numb, right? I was just a
Mm-hmm.
shell of a person. I just kind of walked through life existing. And so these essential oils were allowed me to see that bright life that I have in front of me as well, which
Yeah,
is a
that's
huge
awesome.
thing for any of us that have autoimmune disease, or maybe taking certain prescriptions. Like, we understand what that is, to just
Mm-hmm.
kind of function through life instead of live it.
Right.
Um, and but it's also had a huge impact on my family.
Mm-hmm.
My husband earlier this year was hospitalized 3 different times in 2
Mm-hmm.
months.
Wow.
Um, we put him on the Lifelong Vitality Pack and some other essential oils to help with his blood pressure and cholesterol and anxiety. Like, all of those things just kind of hit him at once.
Mm-hmm.
And like, he was wearing a heart monitor for 30 days. Like,
Wow.
that's where we had gotten. But completely game changing for him. And, the kiddos too, right? Just being
Yeah.
able to help balance those emotions,
Mm-hmm.
um, helping them focus while they're doing virtual school, because through the pandemic, we've all just kind of learned to live life a little bit differently than we did before. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
um,
I love
huge,
it.
huge support there.
Yeah, I love it. Okay, so I heard for hubby, lifelong vitality. I heard balance and serenity. Tell me, what is your I feel like your regimen is probably going to be similar to mine, and we'd be here all day. But why don't you
Uh-huh.
tell us your top 3 favorite products
Okay. Oh
and
gosh, I can
why?
only choose 3.
I know.
Oh, because I feel like I take one of everything, but I don't really, but that's, how I feel. Um, I think the biggest, the if you don't do anything else, the Lifelong Vitality Pack.
Mhm.
Um, I feel like that's the foundation. Like, you don't build a house until you have the foundation built,
Absolutely.
and the Lifelong Vitality Pack is what does that. Um, if you don't get just your basic necessities as far as nutrition goes, everything else is kind of just like throwing feathers in the wind.
Mhm.
You're going to get some relief, but you're not going to get the full effects until you have that foundation laid.
Mhm.
So I
Yeah.
would say that would be my absolute number one thing. And then adaptive. adaptive, adaptive,
Mhm.
adaptive.
Yes.
I'm a very busy lady.
Busy lady.
Yeah, I have three kids still at home, in every single age group, so elementary, middle, and high school.
Mhm.
Plus, I do full-time volunteer work and just being a wife and a mother. Plus, I'm working full-time in a corporate career that I want to get away from desperately. We'll talk about that in a minute. Um, so, so for me, being able to manage stress is way up there on my list of stuff and things. And then the deep blue line is going to be
Yeah.
my other big one.
Yeah.
Um,
I was
for
just gonna
pain
say,
management.
yes. And you take the deep blue polyphenols, right? So,
Correct.
so for those who don't know, our deep blue line is really great for pain management. When we think of deep blue, we typically, I thought I had one near me, but we typically think of the topical cream, or now it comes in a stick. There you go. But there is a supplement, yes, to the topical ointment, and that is the deep blue polyphenols. And it's
Mm-hmm.
almost like a natural, like I think of it like a natural ibuprofen, but it
Mm-hmm.
really helps to manage um, pain. So
Yeah.
you want to share maybe how your experience with deep blue polyphenols. A lot of people don't know about it. And by the way, if you get the lifelong vitality, which
Mm-hmm.
guys, if you're not on lifelong vitality, what are you even doing? What are you even
Yeah.
doing here on this page?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Go go get
Right?
on lifelong vitality and come back, because your oil is going to work so much better. And if you get the lifelong vitality pack on LRP, then you can add the deep blue polyphenol pills, which are like $50, $60 on their own. You can
Mm-hmm.
add them for like 22.50. It's like cut the
Yep.
price in half. So
Yep.
tell us how you got started on the polyphenol. So a lot of people don't know about deep blue polyphenols. Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, for sure.
How you
So
use it?
I actually didn't start the deep blue polyphenols until I got on the lifelong vitality pack
Mhm.
because of the price point, right?
Yeah.
I was
Mhm.
like, ooh, that, 40 something dollars is a lot.
Mhm.
Um, and so being able to, you know, pay 22.50 is
Mhm.
okay. It's less than $1 a day. I can definitely do that. Um, in the beginning, because I had such chronic pain issues. I mean, chronic, we're talking psoriatic arthritis, we're talking fibromyalgia, chronic pain and inflammation issues. I was taking two a day,
Mhm.
morning and night, so four total.
Mhm.
Once I got
Oh, you're
my
taking two in the morning, two in the evening, four total.
correct,
Got it.
yeah.
Mhm.
So once, and I did that for a couple of months, and then once I
Mhm.
got my inflammation in check, now I just take two in the evening before I go to bed, and then I'm
Mhm.
good to go the next morning when I wake up. So I was able to cut that dosage in half once I
Mhm.
got, through that therapeutic stage where I'm just trying to get everything in
Yeah.
check. Um,
Yeah.
and I've known others to have similar experiences where, one just wasn't enough, morning and
Yeah.
night, and they needed
Mhm.
that double dose, but then were able to cut back after a month or two. So,
Yeah. Okay, that's
um,
cool.
but that has replaced my medication for my fibromyalgia.
That's awesome.
So,
I
no
love to hear
longer
it.
feeling clouded and foggy brained and slow and all of those things, which were side effects from that medication that I was taking. So,
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. We do have a lot of customers that come to us with fibromyalgia pain and
mhm,
other chronic pain. And when you're dealing with chronic pain, it's I'm no medical professional medical person, and I don't deal with chronic pain, but my understanding is it does take a minute. You do have to be patient
mhm,
when you are trying to transition from synthetic pills to something natural. So you do need to stay patient with the process, and you
mhm.
also need to stay consistent, guys. You must stay consistent. You can't
Yes.
take, you can't do a week of, lifelong vitality and deep blue for 1 week and then stop, and then expect to continue to feel good, right? You may feel it
Right.
those first initial days, but in order for you to continue feeling good, you have to continue the process and the regimen. And
Yes.
I think that for me, with lifelong vitality, that for me was like the game changer, because everybody told me I need to be taking a multivitamin. For, I mean, we all know that. We all know that it is
Yes.
recommended that you supplement a healthy diet. But I had tried all kinds of vitamins. I spent money at GNC. I spent, I got the Walmart brand of vitamins. I went through a distributor like doTERRA, but I had never found a vitamin that I actually felt better with,
Yes.
right? Because
Yeah.
then I would have kept taking it.
Right.
And I took one day, one dose of Lifelong Vitality. Now, granted, I took the full dose because it was day one. I didn't know what I was doing. Took 12 pills all at one time. And 10 minutes later, it was like the heavens had opened.
Mm-hmm.
Color was brighter. My brain was clearer. I was
Yep.
like, yo, what just happened? What just
Yep.
happened to me? um, and when I stopped, because, back then I was like, oh, and I feel better now. I'm cured. It all came back. The pain, I had a
Yep.
lot of like muscle aches and pain from being like this all the time,
Mm-hmm.
all of it went away. Anyway, my point in saying all that is be patient and stay consistent if you are one who, like CC, deals with chronic pain, and try the Deep Blue line as well as the Lifelong Vitality. Okay? Just
Yes.
try it. Just
Yes.
try it and see what happens. Okay, so I wanted to talk to you. I thought I was busy. You got me beat by a mile.
I'm crazy.
Um,
Yeah.
well, no, I can't, I like people
I
like,
know.
yeah,
I know. I
yeah.
know.
And so you are trying to leave your full-time job. I totally understand. That's where I was a few years ago. And I have found, I see the light. And I had a great job, and I was part-time, 30 hours a week. Great manager, great people that I worked with. But I wanted freedom. I wanted financial freedom. I wanted time freedom. And that's when I went into doTERRA, and I was able to, I've turned in my resignation, although I'm still with them as I transition and train my hopeful replacement. And so I'm doing doTERRA now full time, which full time for me is still 30 hours a week, which I love. And that's because I'm pushing for rank. I'm trying to hit some pretty big goals. So tell us why you have joined us on the business side. Ha 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 ha.
For all of the same reasons that
Yes.
you just mentioned, right? I
Mm-hmm.
want my time back. I'm tired of slaving away for a company that I'm never going to own, that I'm never going to have partnership in. That I'm tired, right? I'm just tired of working for the man, and I see the potential, right? I see the potential of having freedom, right? Being able to do the things that I want to do that are really important to me, instead of trying to prioritize my life around
Mm-hmm.
this job.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's just, I just don't want to do that anymore. And I see the potential with doTERRA for the earning and the ability to do that. I've done other MLMs in the past, and I didn't do it for the earnings. I just did it to earn free product, which if
Mm-hmm.
that's what you want to do with doTERRA, have at it.
Yeah.
But it's because that's very, very easy to do.
Mm-hmm.
Especially once you start having good experiences and you share these with your friends and family, it just becomes a natural thing. But for me, I want to be available for my kids. I want to be available for my family. I want to be available for my full-time service, to
Mm-hmm.
be able to do all of those things. And so for me, I have a very strong why, right? I know what I want and why I want to do it and by when.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um,
I love that.
and the training's there, the support is there. And that's something that I've not had with any other company in the past, is
Mm-hmm.
that the support is there. If you want it, now
Mm-hmm.
you have to work,
Mm-hmm.
you have to do your part, right?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's not going to
It's your
drag you
business.
up the mountain. Somebody's not
Right.
dragging you up the mountain. You've got to do it too, but it's there if you want it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I love that about this.
Mm-hmm.
And what I've really tried to create over the past year really is a foundation and processes and systems so that people like you who do
Mm-hmm.
work full time, but want to begin that transition and piece out of that job, you can do that. And we have such amazing upline support who have done it,
Mm-hmm.
right? Builds residual and,
Yep.
5 figures in a month within 30 days. So we have such a great team, such a great support system. Now, if you are watching and you are one of Cecily's people, and this is something of interest to you, like you want to explore the idea of earning residual income with a company as amazing as this one, because I wouldn't be with not just any MLM, okay? Let me just say
No,
that.
no, no.
How would you like for them to contact you?
So you can private message me. You can text me. A lot of you already have my cell phone numbers, or, call me. You can even reply to this video,
Yeah.
if that's something that you're interested in.
Yes, yes, I love it. We are out here changing lives, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Not just from a health perspective. Like I love, you don't understand. Like I get chills in my body when people say to me, I'm no longer taking prescription medication because of my doTERRA regimen. Like that makes me
Yes.
want to cry. And what's funny
Yes.
is, like what's funny is I've been doing this for a while. And I started customers out and I got them on regimens, and then I moved on to other customers. And I don't do the best job, and I'm working on this, guys. I don't do the best job of like customer care and touching back and seeing, and people don't necessarily always tell me. But another one of our team members told me a few weeks ago, and I was like, what? I remember the first conversation. I remember all of the medicines that she was on, all the medication, and the pain that she was in, even when she was on all those meds. So to hear people coming off and finding, freedom just to feel good,
Yep.
man, that's why I'm here.
Right.
Okay?
Me too.
That is
Me
why I
too.
am here. And then Tasha's commenting, hey Tasha, um, yes, yes, yes. Thank you. I'm really she's grateful for the work that our team has, our upline and myself have provided to help
Mm-hmm.
people who want to transition, because it's doable, and you can easily, y'all. Let me say it like this. It's very simple. What
Mm-hmm.
we have in place can take you from a corporate job like this, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't really care how much you make. You making 6 figures, bring it. Bring
Mm-hmm.
it. If you want to be a millionaire with doTERRA, I don't think I'm not here for that. But if that's what you want, we can show you how to do it. We have millionaires on our team. We can show you how to do it, right? That's our mentor.
Yep.
So it is totally possible. It is totally doable. It's not necessarily easy. It takes work, but it is
Yes.
simple. It is quite simple. So reach out to Cecily if you're one of her people. If you are interested in joining me as well, as I take this, I'm about to like rebrand, I think. I want to be known as like the diamond factory, right? I want to be people that want it. I'm taking my team to diamond. Whoever wants it can get it. If that's you, if you're
Yes.
looking to build a 6 figure income within 6 months, I want you to call me. I want you to call Cecily. We're going to take you there. Just come on and join the ride. Thank you
For
for
sure.
joining. Thanks for joining my girl talk today.
Absolutely.
And I'm so glad that you are feeling better, and I can't wait to see what's to come for you in the next few months.
Well, thank you so much for having me. It was a pleasure.
Yeah.
And it was so
Yeah.
nice to be able to share my story. And I hope it encourages others to join
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, I'm sure it will. So we'll
Yeah.
see. But thanks to everybody for joining, and we'll talk to you guys next Friday. Ciao.